Alright everyone, Actor here for another video on Legend of Mushroom, that time featuring the Beastmaster in Legendary Champion here, and it works perfectly well. You can just say, hey Plim Monarchs, bye bye Plim Monarchs, you are not gonna do a single shit anymore in PvP. Oh my goodness! That build works so well versus Plim Monarchs. I'm gonna show that to you in a moment, but right before, big shout out to that player who reached me out on Discord, sharing his build with me. Thank you so much. I copied your entire build, bro, and it's working very well. I changed two things only and I have a terrible avian, but still, it's already working very well. I'm gonna show you the detail, but first I need to show you some fights, guys. Here, a Plim Monarch, 140 million power. Let's see what happened. Look at that. Insane damage taken on the opponent. There is a reason behind that, in fact. People are not building their character around the pile damage resistance because you have 4 classes and the main ones are the 3 first ones. I'm talking about the warrior, the archer, and the mage, and so people generally are increasing their resistances for versus these 3 classes and not the pile. But in fact, now you can release insane damage with the pile class, so if you switch to that class, you're going to be very annoying for everyone, and they are just going to switch their class or their build again. This is going to be the chaos in PvP. Trust me, I'm going to try to find another player to try my build on. Don't know if I can do a single shit versus that guy here. He has a 10k attack. This is a crazy Plim Monarch. But whatever, I'm here to try things, so let's see if I can do at least a bit of damage with the pile class. Look at that! I won the fight? What the hell? I wasn't expecting that. Even with the other classes, I built a Warbringer. I'm not able to beat that guy. But the pile class is working, guys. What the hell is that? I want to try versus other types of classes. There is a Warbringer here. Maybe the result is going to be different. Same power as mine. And I won that too? No way. But I'm pretty sure that if I face like another type of class, like a prophet or another mage, there is a mage here. This is a prophet, pretty nice, a tanky regen build with a pretty high amount of attack. Let's see how it goes versus that guy. Not sure if it is gonna work though. But I want to try versus every single class in game so we can know about it. Look at that, this is a tanky build in front. I'm struggling to deal damage, but this is normal. I can have better than that in the future. Look at the damage he took all of a sudden. I was almost winning that. But unfortunately, it doesn't work well versus really tanky builds. Not yet. I need to work on the avian and I have more things to work on. I'm gonna show you the detail of the build. Let's just go in the main arena here. And let's try versus Dino. Very tanky prophet build. 1000 billion HP, 8.45% regeneration. But as I told you before, if I check the rest, yeah, a lot of crit resistance, but in terms of resistances for combo damage raise 83%, counter damage raise 40%, skill damage raise 48%, but pile damage raise 27%. And so maybe I can do something versus that guy. Let's try that. Really tanky build. Let's see if I can release at least a bit of damage with the piles. And apparently, yeah, I have a few damage. Better than the other classes I tried so far. Alright guys, so one more time, big shout out to that player. And now it's time to discover the entire build. So let me start with the gear. First of all, you want to have a pile crit and pile combo on every single piece of gear here. So this is everything I have on every single piece of gear. I'm just lacking some on the boots. I have regeneration and counter strike, so I can have even better in the future because I am lacking pile combo and pile crit. I am far away from the 100%. especially for the pal combo, by the way. So these are the skills I'm using: the Blitz Assault as always, the 2 skills to increase the pal damage, the Disarm for the Monarchs and other classes, and the Smoke Bomb to increase the damage of the pals. They can't be stunned, so they are gonna keep attacking even though when you are disarmed, and so the Smoke Bomb is perfect with them. These are the pals I'm using. I'm gonna show you the relics so you understand why. I'm using the 2 pals, the 2 pandas, because I'm using the bamboo relic, so they both have more damage. Same comment for the snails and the hydro sprites, because I'm using that relic here, increasing the damage of both. And I'm using yellows and purples because they are close to the level 200, and so they have more stats. So if I show you the pals, for example, you are gonna understand what I'm talking about. If I take, for example, the red panda here, the damage multiplier is only 8.1. But if I show you on the purple one, he has a 10, so he's dealing more damage. And if I show you on the yellow one, he has 14. So it's even better. Same comment for the hydro sprite. This one has a 17. Amazing pal for the damage here. And this one has 12.5. And for the snails, this one has 23. This is even better. And this one has a 13. And the thing is that you don't have a purple snail, so this is the reason why the orange snail is here, because this one deals less damage. So then, apparently at the prayer statue, it's better to have some attack instead of pal damage. So I run my build with some global attack here, but I can retry and put some pal damage instead, and we are gonna see directly if there is a difference. So let's go back here and let's retry versus Hell Dino, so we can see directly if I can still release some damage or not. And I feel like this is close, in fact. So I'm gonna stick with the global attack instead of the pal damage. Global attack, and this is great because the global attack, you can use that on that class, the pal class, and also on the mage class. So if you focus on that, you can play 2 classes. Then let me show you the enchants. Yes, they are all level 20. I had enough materials. In fact, I just threw away all the runes I had before, the ones that I wasn't using. I had a lot of 20. So now I upgraded everything here. So this one is garbage, but at least I have some pal damage as main stat, and this is a pal set. I have double pal damage set and 1 crit resistance set. Here, combo damage resistance as main. This is the best thing in my opinion. And I have nothing else here. Pal damage resistance, this is the only great thing, but only 1%, so this is useless. Crit resistance on the rune number 6, and here I have a double proc on the pal crit damage and some stun, so this one is pretty nice. On this one, I was super lucky because I was lacking some green potion, I had none, and all the procs went into pal crit damage and 1 on pal damage resistance. And I have combo damage resistance as well, 100% there, this is amazing. On this one, pal damage 2 procs, pal crit damage 3 procs, another amazing one, but the pal damage here apparently is not great because it's not global pal damage, so only pal crit damage, you need to have only that stat here. And finally on the last one, I was getting some pal damage, only 2 procs, but then it went on the ignore evasion and global basic attack damage, so this is another bad one, so I can improve that in the future. Then for the souls, this is something else that is great on that class, because that soul is amazing for the resistance, for the crit damage resistance, and you have pal crit damage here. So you can first focus on this one to increase your damage, because the pal crit damage is the best thing to have on that class, so take that first. So I leveled that to 80, and then I jumped on this one, counter damage, and because you have the pal damage here, and with the attack, this is the third one you want to increase here. And I had a legendary affix here, giving me 40% more pal crit damage. So this is another great one to have. And finally, you want to increase your HP, of course, and a bit in defense. Then on the seals, I went for the attack first, then I upgraded a bit the pal damage here, but I feel like I can do better than that because I don't feel like the pal damage is very important, so maybe in the future I'm gonna upgrade a bit more my crit resistance, my HP, and my attack instead of that one. Same comment for the pal crit damage here, apparently it's not very efficient, I need to do some more tries to be sure, but this is what I am running at the moment. For the talents now, first thing you want to do is to go on your Tame Beast, of course, unlock this one on the left, so you are going to have more pal damage over time. And here on the right, you want to unlock this one to increase your pal combo rate by 25%. Very important. Then you want to max out your pal damage here on the blue, your pal base attack speed here as well. You want to take the pal crit damage and the pal damage on the yellow. And on the right, if you have a lot of feathers remaining at the end, you can even put some more points into the wand here, so you are gonna be more efficient versus tanky players. But then you can go at the top here and start increasing your resistances to damage. In my case, I maxed out the combo damage first and the counter damage resistance then, and I need to work on the others later when I will have more feathers. So then on the sorcery, you want to take this one for your attack increase here. You have the wand as well if you want to be more efficient versus tanky players. You have the crit resistance, you want to take this one as well. So when you fall down below 20%, you recover your cooldowns, you can cast again the Blitz Assault, and you are getting more efficient. Then you want to have the energy skill regen here, 20 on 20, and then jump at the top. Start upgrading your resistances to damage. Same on the archery, same on the fury. And max out your attack, HP and defense before jumping on your resistances. By the way, do that everywhere. So this is what I'm running with the talents here at the moment. Then for the hero cards, I'm using the Lamp Thief as main, so I have more attack and defense. I'm using this one here, the blue one, so every time I'm using a passive skill, the Lamp Thief is running with a passive skill. It's giving to all my pals more crit rate until the end of the fight, so this is a great one. And this one, the purple clock, so when HP drop down below 50% for the first time, releasing the main passive skill here gives all my pals a 10.7% more attack speed for 12 seconds. Another great one to use. I don't know if there are better combinations, I need to try more things as well, but this is working pretty well so far. And finally, the Avian. This is a terrible Avian. I have only 2 affixes and I have a Malus. But here, pal crit damage, you want to have, I think, 3 purple to increase your pal crit damage and no speeding them. If I had no speeding, that would be even more efficient. My pals would be able to release damage on the target sooner during the fight. So imagine, the potential of that build is absolutely great so far. So altruism, I have Enhance Go, another great one to have for your pal damage, and I have Overtime, which means I'm losing some HP. And Against the Strong is working only on bosses, so it's not a good one, and this is only level 50, guys. I can upgrade my main one to level 110, so imagine. I need to work on that, but I have no potion left, and I don't have a better Avian, so for now I'm not doing that. So that Avian, because you are dealing some damage every 15 seconds, and it's increasing your pal attack speed by 50% for 5 seconds. And this is better than the other things, increasing your attack speed with the combos or increasing your counter damage, because the opponent is disarmed generally, so you can't release this damage, but here your pals are not controlled. So if I had no speeding, it would work even better. So this is what I am running on that character at the moment. And I forgot to talk about the items. Of course, I have the cheetah mount, but if you don't have the cheetah, you can use the crescent mount. It's gonna work perfectly well normally. Or use other mounts giving you some more resistances to damage or stuff like that, or increasing your attack. Then here, I'm using my best artifact, of course, so I can deal some more damage because I'm gonna have a pretty nice attack speed on my pals, and this one works well to inflict some stacks on the opponent. And the Alien Dimension for multiple things here. 30% final damage blocked, 24% more attack speed, you don't really care about that, but 24% more energy regen and 24% more pal attack speed as well. An amazing one to use here. So guys, I think I covered everything about that class yet. I need to work a bit more on that class. I can just upgrade that a bit more, and so far that was pretty efficient. Let me know what do you think about that in the comment below. Have a really nice day, guys. Take care. See you on the next one. Bye bye.